Flexibility and active management of a variety of asset classes. These are the key characteristics of the Ethna-AKTIV, ETHENEA's flagship fund. The fund's history began back in 2002, when it was one of the first multi-asset funds on the market. Today, almost 20 years later, it is still extremely popular with investors due to its balanced risk profile. Today, I would like to present the profile of the Ethna-AKTIV to you in a little more detail. To do this, it is important to look more closely at those involved, the portfolio managers and their philosophy. After all, the philosophy is reflected in a range of things: portfolio construction, idea generation, risk management, and ultimately the way in which performance is generated. Together with me, ETHENEA's two founders, Luca Pesarini and Arnoldo Valsangiacomo, form the Ethna-AKTIV's portfolio management team. It is important to point out that both founders have been involved in the management of the fund since its inception and continue to do so on a daily basis. This ensures that the basic philosophy that they shaped, and which defines the fund and forms the basis of its success, is consistently followed. This philosophy is embedded in both our investment processes and decisions. To enable our clients to participate successfully in the capital markets, both globally and across asset classes, we follow three fundamental principles. Firstly, our asset allocation is actively adjusted according to the expected macro environment. Secondly, we strive for capital preservation even during difficult periods. Thirdly, we aim to achieve an absolute return, one that is independent from any benchmarks. The added value that we create for our investors comes first and foremost from our asset allocation decisions. We do this by flexibly combining different asset classes, such as equities up to 49%, bonds, currencies, and commodities. The goal is to create a portfolio that A. offers an attractive risk-return ratio for the expected market environment, and B. should unexpected events occur, is still sufficiently liquid and robust that it can be adjusted if necessary. This ensures that we are able to fulfill our ambition of achieving an attractive absolute return, while at the same time preserving capital. It is important to note that at ETHENEA, asset allocation is not a quantitative automated process, but instead follows a well-defined investment process where decisions are made on a discretionary basis. In its approximately 20-year history, the Ethna-AKTIV has not only achieved attractive returns, but has also mastered crises such as the global financial crisis of 2008 and the coronavirus crisis, proving that it can preserve investors' assets even during difficult phases. This demonstrates that we implement the Ethna-AKTIV's principles of capital preservation, active asset allocation, and the achievement of a long-term absolute return, even in challenging times. Thanks to its flexible multi-asset allocation approach, the Ethna-AKTIV is ideally suited as a basis investment for investors who are looking for risk-controlled access to macroeconomic developments on the global equity, bond, currency, and commodity markets.